Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Nexus. Oh, I should probably turn this music off. Excuse me, I had some metal going on to wake me up. Didn't work that well. Uh, but good morning, everyone. I hope your morning's going great. Mine is going amazing because I'm surrounded by my friends. And I'm going to take them through an adventure. Um, we're going to give a little quick intro about who we are and who we're playing. And we're going to end off with our lovely producer and host that will share a few announcements from the channel. Hi, everyone. My name's Satan, and I'll be your DM for the day. I'll take all these cutie patooties through a journey, an adventure, traveling. We'll see. Uh, and I'm my name's Satan, but I'm the god of this game currently. Next we have RJ. Who are you and who are you playing?
I know. Oof. Hey everybody, Mental Whiplash is fun. I'm RJ, and today I'll be playing Roland Granbrook, the half-elf cleric sorcerer.
Next we have Wings.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I'm going to be playing as Fibble to Do. She's a human ranger fighter.
Yep. And next, Jen.
Hi, I'm Anthony Silverhorn today, and I will be the Artificer Barbarian who, picked up a rimmer ass. That's fine.
And last, but certainly not least, a lovely Sarah.
Hey, y'all. I'm Sarah. I'll be playing Lucy, the Changeling Wizard Warlock. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. We're glad to have you here. We're really excited to have you here. Be sure to say hello in chat, because if you have your ad blockers on, we can't see that you're here. Because Twitch sucks. Anyways, I didn't say that. Today we will be picking up where we left off for a little recap. Anthony picked up a Rimmeraz, and now we're fighting it. And also Lucy went sledding for the first time. And we found out that Fib is a Revenant. Rip. But Lucy and Anthony don't know that. So, back to channel announcements. You can affect our game. I have a hair in my eyelash. I am so sorry. You can affect our game with your bits, subs, and channel points. And all the money at the end of the year will be going to charity. I'm lumping November and December together because it's often a financially difficult time for everyone, and we're just gonna lump it all together and just call it 1 month. So we got that going on. And we have a special channel points reward today, which you can force the cast to sing me happy birthday. Because my birthday was December 9th. I am now 31.
Yay!
You mean 25?
I don't want to relive my 20s, honestly. No. I'm fine with my age. So, yeah, if you'd like to see these adorable folks each sing me happy birthday in their own special way, check out the channel points. There will be 4 redemptions available during the stream. And I think that's it. Is that it? That's it. I'm done. I need more coffee.
It is, I guess. I was so, off in space. Next is a little bit of a recap, which also is our lovely Sarah, who's going to be giving a recap.
I did the recap before I did the announcements.
Oh, I thought you just. Okay. God.
He's got the mental whiplash now.
We're all very tired this morning. But if anyone would like to redeem some channel points to sing me happy birthday, go for it. Go ahead, RJ. We'll let you have the first one.
Oh, I have to send a message.
Satan, go ahead and roll me a d4. Satan is 1, Jen is 2, RJ is 3, Wings is 4. Who has to do it first?
Four.
No.
It's Satan.
I'm gonna do what you did last time and sing it Marilyn Monroe style, but in Spanish.
Okay. Let's see if your Marilyn is better than my Marilyn.
Wait, it's probably not. I'm gonna use this mic that doesn't work as a prop. Feliz en tu día. Amiguita, que Dios te bendiga, que reina la paz en tu día y que cumplas muchos más.
That's it. That's all we're
it.
getting for
That's
today.
all you're,
We
that's all
can't
you're
top
getting.
it. That's it.
Satan just has to do all 4 of them now.
I have different versions of it in Spanish. It's fine.
We can do Latina Spanish. We can do Spanish Spanish. We can do Mexican Spanish. We can do American South Spanish. It's all good.
I just have different birthday songs. Some are a little bit more upbeat. You have to like clap along. Anywho,
it.
that is your birthday song from me. We'll see what everybody else does. So right now, currently, let me put on, because this is gonna get me into the. Da-da-da-da. Oh, everyone's gone now.
I just forgot to close my door. It's fine.
Okay. We are currently back at top. Anthony, it is your turn. We left in midway of a battle, air quote. Anthony had just picked up a baby Remoras that he did it to his own, you know.
To
He
be
didn't know.
fair, I thought it was a mouse type creature, so.
And then he picked it up, and turns out it was a baby Remoras. And then Mama Remoras said no, and came out screaming. And in the last effort to be safe from this Remoras, this large creature, right? Huge. My bad. Huge creature. You threw out your magic house to hide in. You made it in. Rollin hasted both Fib and Lucy, I believe. And then Fib just attached a shield to Dot, put Rolling in it, and just slapped that goat butt to get her to the house. And I think Lucy's just outside of the house. And Fib is trying to put herself between the Remoras and her friends.
Yeah, Lucy's 10 feet from the house, and I think Rowland actually made it in.
Yeah, he made it in, and I believe Anthony did as well.
Yep. Yeah, they're the only 2 in the house.
Yeah, 2 in the house, 2 outside.
It's fine. We'll take care of this. Girl power.
Yeah, it's fine. Let me. I don't know why it's not in order, but back to the top. Anthony, what are you doing?
Just peeking my head outside the house, I'm gonna cast as a distraction for the Mama Remora's dancing lights and make it a person shape. Like, put it more towards her. I will go the full, like, right up to her because it has 120 feet range, so it's gonna be like 10 feet from her.
Okay.
Trail ability.
Okay. I had to roll because this is not really. There's not really rules in the cantrip for this, but with a 17, she does not pay mind to it. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm saying no.
Okay. Fib.
Has the Remoraz gotten adjacent to Fib yet, or?
No, she has not.
All right.
It can't move yet.
Fib will run for the house then.
I believe it was stunned.
Now, remind me if the snow that we're in is difficult terrain.
It is, but you're hasted, so you move your normal speed.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. She will get up to the house, and she would like to run in just as oh my gosh, help, brain's not working. Lucy, just as Lucy does.
Sarah, can you change your name on the Zoom chat, please? Thank you. yeah, Lucy's just 10 feet away. And it is her turn next. So you're just getting into the house?
Yeah.
Okay. Next it is Lucy.
Lucy is going to cast Major Image behind the Remoraz with another Remoraz that roars at it, and then she's going to run into the house with the rest of her movement.
Okay. So let's roll for Mama Ramirez. We'll see what happens on her turn. Rollin, what are you doing? You're in the house.
I like to fight and dethrone the Remoraz. I run. I run very fast. I use an action to disengage.
Yeah. Okay. And next is Mama Ramirez, who another Ramirez has just appeared, and to her that's a little bit more concerning than just 3 humanoids or 4 humanoids. My bad.
Yeah, the range is 120 feet on that spell. Sorry, it took a minute to load. So it would be a little bit of a ways behind her, but close enough to be like, "Hey, look at me."
Yeah. And
Mr. Macy.
the fact that she rolled a 4, yeah, she believes that this is another Ramirez come to either take her territory, eat her young, who knows. I believe the command wears off after your turn.
It only stunned her for her last turn, so she can move on this turn.
So you see her serpentine, almost centipede-like body turn around and roar at this major image, and it goes to attack it. I'm not gonna roll for it because it's a major image. I mean, good. She goes to attack it, misses. Yep. So that happens. And you're all staying in the house for your turns. Correct? Okay, I'm gonna roll.
I can lead it away. It's still within range, so I can push the other Remoraz that I created away from us, if you want.
By all means.
All right, so on Lucy's turn, she'll move it the full start moving it the full 120 feet to try and lead the Remoraz away from us.
Okay. You do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and say because you're all inside, so I would kind of clump your turns together so you can all do something simultaneously, should you wish. Because you're all one after the other anyway. So the rest of you stay in the house as Lucy looks out the window and you move the major image from Raz 120 feet away. It works. She seems to be chasing it away. Let's see. You see that she goes for another attack, and she hits, and then it's confused as to why it's going through. So you see her kind of like try and hit it again and again. So she is 120 feet away. She has chased your major illusion, and the confusion is wearing off. What would you like to do?
Should we just stay put until it fully goes away, or try and run now?
Stay put.
Yeah, I don't know what the object permanence is on a Remoraz, but hopefully if it doesn't spot us anymore, we should be alright. I'd draw those curtains if I were you.
Already shutting them.
Also, Miss Lucy, Miss Fib, I would take a deep breath, and he'll dismiss haste.
Oh. So that's what that feels like. I don't like that.
It sucks.
It's like a sugar crash.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Probably for the best.
I'm gonna lay down right here. Just right. I'm gonna lay down here.
Mr. Anthony, Miss Fib, tea, or maybe a strong bourbon.
Tea would be lovely, thanks.
Can Lucy take a short rest?
You can start taking one, sure.
Oh, great.
So it takes the Remoraz about 2 rounds, to 12, 20 seconds to realize that this isn't real. Um, and she turns around to go look for the people that disturbed her, and she sees this house. Gotta let's keep rolling. Okay with it?
It's impervious to damage, right?
We're about to find out.
uh,
It's one of those homebrew magic items that leaves out that language, so it's up to the DM.
no, I know what I'm doing.
If you want, I can cast Tiny Hut within the house. We can get within that, and then if the house is destroyed, maybe we have cover?
Yeah, I mean, if she destroys the house.
Mhm, mhm.
Alright, stay close.
Hold on. I just call Freya to me. She'll be fine, trust me. Right, sweet girl, go on. An open door, and she skittles out to draw away the Rimmerez.
Okay, seeing that this is a tiny creature, you can go ahead and try to do that at disadvantage.
If she honks at it and then like force bolts it.
I mean, Freya can be a very obnoxious little thing. Deception?
More like performance. We'll say that.
Charisma, then.
Yeah. But you do, as you're sending Freya out, you do see the Remras making her way back to the house.
Should I roll or should Freya roll?
Freya.
Okay. She rolled an 8. See, baby honk.
See, baby hunk. The Remras passes right by her. And you see it pause in front of this house. And have you closed the blinds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can see shadow moving from behind the curtains. And you feel loud and heavy just thump against the house once, twice. You can hear the snow shaking from the roof. You can hear the items inside the house rattle. Once more. There's a pause. Whoever wishes, you can roll me a perception check.
Even if some of you are not religious, I recommend praying to a god right now that this creature does not crib.
11.
4.
I don't know what any of that just came out of your mouth means, but sure.
Cribbing is a thing horses do that they suck on signposts.
Oh yes, they put their teeth onto signposts and then they inflate their lungs.
Why?
I don't know. I think it
Horses.
might be a comfort thing.
What did you get, Anthony?
16.
16. With a 16, you wait and you hear. You wait and you listen. And it's silent for a minute, 2, 5. You don't hear anything.
See if Freya comes back to me or not.
You wait. Nothing.
Lucy's gonna move slowly to the window and just peek a fraction to see if she can see it.
You peek and you do not see the Amaras. You see a trail leading down to a burrowing hole.
Looks like it's gone.
Make a perception check for me.
$17.
With a 17, you don't see the Remoras, but you do see tiny Freya stuck in the snow.
Freya's gotten herself stuck. Her legs are kicking in the air, and she's top down. Can you summon her back?
I can.
You probably should.
Stab her fingers, expend the spell slot to call her back and make her reappear.
So, keep moving or wait a while.
Oh, let's wait a while because I'm guessing Mama's fairly smart and is an ambush predator.
Alright, I'm gonna take a nap.
Fib, roll me a nature check. I believe Rollin, you could as well.
That's a 10.
Okay.
My nature's -1, homie.
Okay.
I don't know why. I have a plus. Oh, I'm dumb.
Nature's an intelligence.
Lucy has a
Based.
+3.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone could roll if you really want to.
I'll roll Lucy's to try and help. I don't think that helps. It's a 9.
Okay, so you're waiting it out. How long are you waiting?
Short rest or long rest?
On error on the safer side, maybe 8 hours isn't such a bad idea.
She should get bored, maybe, after 8 hours. I hope.
Great.
Remoras are vindictive, are they?
I don't know. They're big. That's about all I know.
Well, she's got a baby. She's going to have to hunt for it eventually.
I did put the baby down, so we don't have that in our possession anymore, just so you know.
Don't pick anything else up.
I honestly thought it was a mouse.
So, you... yeah.
It didn't look that
yeah,
big
it
under
is.
the snow.
You can take your long rest. Are you taking watch?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can do watches.
In case this thing tries to fuck us up. I'll actually take the first 4 hours and then trance the last 4 hours.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
10! You're good. Or 2 on that.
10.
Did you bother to open the curtains?
I'm just listening, and that's why I remember what you know.
As you're taking watch, excuse me, you, every sound, the house settling, wind blowing, kind of makes you, like, sit up straight, and then relax a little bit when you realize that it is. So far, nothing. I don't hear anything. Who's taking the next watch?
Oh, I'll take it. Rollin would have refreshed 8 on everyone just to keep it going for another 2 days.
Is this going to be the third watch? So
Yes.
I think took 2. Lucy will wake up for it and assist with it.
Okay.
So you can have
Go ahead.
advantage.
Thanks for the advantage. 14.
14. All right. Are you peeking outside or are you just listening?
Uh, if everyone has gotten into a cuddle pile, Rollin will snuff out the fireplace light and any light inside and just peek outside. He has dark vision, so
Mm-hmm.
he could use like the if it's nighttime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be nighttime by now. As you're looking, you see mounds of snow shifting farther away and then settle.
No, don't like that. Don't like that at all.
Next, who's taking the last watch? Fit. Please roll me a perception check.
Can do. 8. The dice
8.
are not kind to me today, you guys.
Are you looking outside? Do you have dark vision?
No.
It's just
Human-
really dark out.
Yeah. Human touch.
You can't see anything. You do feel light snowing on the roof of the house. That's about it. At the end of your turn of your watch, everyone wakes up rested, so you can go ahead and mark off that you had a long rest. Any spells be refreshed, hit points, exhaustions, anything like that. Make sure to reset. What are you guys doing?
Send Freya out, test the waters.
Okay. Whoever wishes to can roll me a nature check.
I rolled an 11. Just happy to be here.
I'll assist on a perception check if you want to advantage it.
Okay.
It's a nature. It's
Oh,
a
nature.
Oh,
Sure.
nature, sorry.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
advantage or help out.
I'll roll again.
Nice.
It's a 15.
You remember, you're probably in the court library just bored while Anthony was doing something. You picked up a few books, one of them a bestiary. You remember that there was a section on Remoras. You don't remember much about what it said, but you do know that Remoras, they have some immunities. You don't remember what, but you also remember they have tremor sense.
Well, we can make a run for it, but they have tremor sense, so they'll likely be able to track us. Any ideas?
You do know it has a certain reach.
Do I know what the reach is?
Uh, roll me a d4 and add your intelligence modifier.
So that's a 4.
Okay. It's 60 feet.
Should I relay that? Is what Rowland saw 60 feet away from us or further?
By that time it was further, yes.
If the mounds you saw the creature, it's out of its tremor sense distance. We could just run and hope for the best.
I do have a bit of an idea. Do I have that feat? No, I do not. Never mind. I lied. One of the spells that I know is called thaumaturgy, and one of the aspects of it is I can create small tremors in the ground, although it's only effective up to 30 feet. Potentially, if I could get to. Is there like a tree line somewhere?
Yeah, around the edges of this sort of like snow valley, there are trees.
If I could get to one of the tree lines, maybe I can cast thaumaturgy off in the distance somewhere and lure it away.
I could combine that with a major image and make another Remoraz. I only have a range of 120 feet, though.
Much better than mine.
If you could put your image on top of, well, near the tree line, Drea can get up on the tree and blow fire, make it seem scary.
Are you gonna try to con a Remoraz?
I picked up its baby, so yes.
Or we could just run and save all this in case it does attack.
True.
All right. Yeah.
It doesn't look that fast.
I hope so.
I assume it's much faster than us in the snow. Could we, 2x2 shields, lashed together, well, lashed on the back of goats to pull us? I haste the goats. We sled on out of here.
Fib will reach into her pack and pull out some ivory goat figurines. She's going to throw down Wolfert, who is her traveling goat. And oh, I feel silly. She'll throw down Wolfert, her traveling goat, and also Humfred, who is her giant goat.
Okay. So what are you doing with Wolfred and Humfred?
They just keep getting bigger. We can ride these guys away from danger.
All right.
Fib will mount up on Wolfert.
How fast is Wolfred?
How fast are goats? Okay, Wolfert has the stats of a riding horse.
Goats are pretty fast, aren't they?
Riding horse have a speed of 60 feet.
And giant goat has 40 feet.
I'll give it an even 50. It's fine.
So are we sledding or riding out of here?
If you ride, Fib and Lucy, you are on the faster one. Rylan and myself can be on the slower one, and I can tap it to make it even a bit faster.
Can you haste goats?
Is there any willing creature?
Fib. Are your goats willing to be hasted?
They'll do anything to protect us.
So then it's 180.
Not the strangest usage of my magic, but I'm for it.
Let's do it.
It's from the one that travels at the slower speed up to 60 feet with the long strider from myself.
It has 120 hasted.
We gonna have zoomies.
So the 50-foot movement goat gets now 60 feet plus the haste.
Okay.
Yeah.
New. So how are you doing this? You're getting out of the house and going. What?
Yeah, we'd have to leave the house in order to
Mhm.
get on them.
Okay.
I'll take the house, put it in my pocket. Ready?
Let's go.
Tap the goat with long strider. Get on.
While they're doing that for the next 10 minutes, Lucy, Anthony, or no, Anthony, Fib, and the two goats have a D4 they can use for attack rolls and ability checks or saving throws. I'm using my
Nice.
emboldening bond.
All right.
Nice.
And you're hasting the goats as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you get out of the house. You minimize it. You shrink it down. Put it in your pocket. Everyone gets on ghosts. There's magic going off. Long strider, haste, and you on the goats. They rear up a little bit, and then they just book it. Like these goats are, they got goat zoomies. um, and you can feel the cold air cutting into your skin as they are going at a very fast pace to the end of this little snow valley. Um, you don't sense anything. You don't hear anything popping up. Uh, and then towards the end, you do see a mound of snow popping up in a familiar silhouette of Remoraz. But you're at the end. And while it chases you to the edge of the valley, it does not follow. Yes, it is protecting its home. And you make it out of there safely without having to fed a Remoraz and its babies.
It's just protecting its
Babies?
baby. We don't want
Plural?
to kill it.
There's plurals.
Babies? Babies?
Uh,
Look, I can't become a father to a bunch of Remorazes. I've already fathered two robots, and that's
there
enough.
may have been some young Remorazes in there. Who
I
knows?
can't become a father to a bunch of little, wannabe dragons.
So as you make
Wannabe
your
dragons.
That's my favorite band.
Imagine Dragons, yeah. Uh, so as you make your way out of that valley, you are back into a mountainous, snowy terrain. After the journey that you've had, you know how to traverse this now. You know what to look for. You know where to find shelter where you need it. But it is a much steeper climb after a while. There's a reason these mountains protect from what's on the other side. For when you see the altitude point, it just became almost a 90-degree angle to climb down. So I'm gonna need athletics from everyone. If you have a climbing kit, that'll be useful. You can roll with that. Um,
You could just continue riding on the big goat. Because that one's, I can't resummon that one for another 30 days.
oh,
We're gonna milk that for all it's worth.
yeah. How long can it stay up?
3 hours.
Oh yeah, it's past that. We're speed
Ah.
traveling through this.
Okay.
Strength save check.
Wrong there,
It's an athletics check.
Athletics. I do
Okay.
that. I know.
If we have climbing kits, does that add anything to?
Yeah, I believe it adds your proficiency bonus to it as well.
I think it makes the DC also a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Because Lucy's using her rope and the immovable rods.
Yeah.
That's her
That
climbing kit.
technically doesn't count as
Okay.
a climbing kit.
27.
7,
Fuck. 19.
19,
17.
17.
15 plus 7.
Okay, a lot.
Plus
Yep.
Climbing Kit.
Okay. Uh, so, you'll start making your way down, setting up your pythons. Lucy, you got some pretty good strength going on with those immovable rods. Uh, but slowly and surely, you make your way down. It is a long climb. You are tired by the end, and you can feel the weather as it changes from freezing to cold to chilly to normal to warm, hot, and humid. As you reach the end of the mountain, the footholds, and you are met with jungle.
Anyone fancy another rest? I can conjure a tiny hut.
Yes. Why is it so hot? It's peeling off the winter gear.
Welcome to Florida.
I don't know, but I can make us comfortable. And she'll cast tiny hut because she actually has it prepared, so it just takes an action. Boop, it's up.
Mhm.
She'll blend it in with the scenery around them, and she'll set it to a nice 65 degrees Fahrenheit
Okay,
inside.
you do that. And you're all just resting, long rest, short rest.
If there's like some place where Roland can privately change, he's gonna opt for that to switch back to his normal clothing.
It's just a dome.
Yeah.
He just hop behind some bushes, comes back out really quick out of his cold
You
winter
got
gear.
you got a few bug bites. Your left butt cheek is like itchy now.
Nothing a little aloe vera can't cure.
Lucy doesn't care. She just strips down in the hut and changes.
Yeah, that's fair. Are you taking a long rest or a short rest?
uh, long rest if we need it.
Did we incur any exhaustion points?
You did get one.
Long rest?
Long rest,
Yeah, you
doctor's
were climbing
orders.
down for a while, yeah.
Okay. Yep, long rest, so we'll
Um,
take care of that.
Okay, taking any washes or sleeping all together?
I'll take the first 4 hours and then trance the last 4.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
17.
17. Uh, this is definitely much different than in the top of the mountains. There's a lot more noise, uh, from bugs to different animals to different bird calls, leaves rustling, and you see a few, there's some, giant beetles flying around. They hit the they hit the dome and then just kind of fall and just like try to get their way back up and then just leave. But so far, nothing dangerous.
Every time a bug falls to the ground, soon we'll flip it back over onto its feet and then scuttle back into the dome.
Okay. Who's taking the next watch?
I'll go for it.
Okay.
Perception is a 9.
You hear like a bug like just hit the dome and you jump and you're like, oh fuck. And you just see kind of like a bug just sliding off the dome.
Uh,
With a 9. Yeah, okay. But your watch goes by uneventful. Who's taking the last watch?
Fib will do it.
Lucy will wake up and assist. So you can have
Okay.
advantage.
Huzzah. 24.
24. Uh, it's pretty much the same as the other two. It's the noises of the jungle. But towards the end of um your watch, you do hear a a noise coming closer.
What's the noise?
It is it's almost like slithering on the ground,
Hmm.
and you see throughout the tree line a figure pass come closer. Uh it is not something you have encountered before, but you do see a humanoid, very tall humanoid, come out. And as you look them over and see, you can tell that the bottom half is it's not legs. You see that their torso changes from skin to scale and ends in a large serpentine body.
Fib's gonna use her staff to like pull somebody over to look at this.
Lucy's awake, so it'll be her. What? 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 What?
She just points.
Lucy stares at it, looks at Fib, stares at it again, hits herself with mage armor. If it grabs me, please try to hit it and not me this time.
Right.
As you see the creature getting closer, you can see some details now. You see that their humanoid has a deep golden skin tone, brown hair that's dark up top but ends in a lighter reddish tone. It is up. It's braided. It has adornments on it, and it has as well. Their skin has these very intricate markings on it over the face, arms, and torso. That go from anywhere from a off white to a black coloring, and they're where the torso meets the serpentine half. They do have uh packs, and as well on their hand they carry a what looks to be a staff that has a twisted and pointed metal end at the top. So it's like a 3D blade that's twisted.
Do you want me to go out and say hi? You're muted.
I just said fucking Fib's voice and it felt sacrilegious. um, do you think they're friendly?
I don't know. I've seen friendly people carry worse looking weapons.
Mm.
As you're speaking, this person's getting closer, and they look over the tiny hut. You can tell they're pretty tall, anywhere from 7 to 8 feet tall, with this really muscular serpentine half is thick to carry their weight up. But they are standing what you would assume to be up. Their top half is straight, and they're looking the tiny hut with curiosity, looking down at you, even though it can't see you, but you can see them.
Why don't you wake the other two just in case I need backup? Lucy'll step outside of the hut. Good morning.
You muted things.
Drags the other two up with her staff. What is wrong with me this morning?
Why? I didn't touch your goats. I just moved them off to the side so I wouldn't step on them.
Shh. Points.
You see the same picture of this, what appears to be a woman, looking over the hut as you see Lucy coming out. They immediately get a more stiffer, less relaxed look and they're holding onto their weapon as they look you over. You can see that they have these bright yellow slitted eyes, um, and they look you over, and with a bit of a uh, accent, as if common is not what they usually speak. They look you over curiously, and say, "Good morning."
Are you from the area?
Yes, is it hard to tell?
I don't get out much. We're passing through to the north. Is that okay?
Hmm, possibly, if you're able to survive these jungles. Who are you? You see that she comes closer and she's kind of, you see her body move along with her serpentine habit. It's a very almost graceful movement as she looks you over and kind of goes around you. Who are you,
You may call me Lucy.
Lucy? Interesting. And you see her take some of your hair and like turn it human, elf.
She has pointy ears right now, so she'll just nod at Elf.
Hmm. It's been a long time since I've seen your kind here.
Really? How long has it been?
Hmm. Long.
I really enjoy being the first anywhere.
Hmm. Maybe not in these jungles. You won't. What is this?
It's called a tiny hut.
Hmm.
It's a spell. Like this. And she'll just do like some like minor illusion magic around her fingers.
Silly elf. I know what spells are.
Just checking.
Are you alone?
No, my companions are with me, but they're a bit skittish. You don't plan to attack us, do you?
Depends. Do you plan on attacking me?
No, I much prefer to make friends rather than make enemies.
Hmm. Quite smart. They may come out. I won't bite.
You all heard her. Come on out.
She
Scooby Doo
smiles
totem pole.
yeah.
Just the heads
These-
pop out.
Yeah. She has these fangs. They're not just short fangs, they're very long snake fangs. Definitely meant to inject poison. And as she smiles, you do see that it's very, very subtle, but there are some lines that come from her smile up into the skin and up the jaw.
What made me call you, if you don't mind me asking?
Vara.
Vara.
Navara.
Navara. Okay. I only got the V, not the N.
Mm,
Pleasure to meet you, Navara.
Oh,
As
aren't
well.
you a gorgeous creature?
oh, I thank you. I like that one. You can tell that her serpentine half has it is colored to blend into the environment. But as you look closer, you see that some of the scales come up to a point.
Maybe you can help us.
Possibly.
Do you know this area well?
Do you know your own homeland well?
Yes, very.
I do.
She's gonna look to Anthony. Um, what exactly are we looking for out here?
We're looking for something of great importance
Ancient
that we are
ruins.
trying. Yes.
Ancient ruins. There are many ancient ruins here in the jungle.
We have a map with a vague location. Lucy will pull out the map with the location. I believe we're here. We're trying to get here.
Mm, why would you want to go to the desert? That's not a fun place.
No, but we're getting paid very well to go.
You can't spend your money if you're dead.
True. But then there also won't be a price on my head anymore if I'm dead, so... Doesn't matter either way.
Oh, aren't you all interesting? Well, you are all a curiosity. Hmm. It is possible that me and my clan could help you. What are your names?
Mine is Dintier of the Drow peoples.
Hmm. It's even more rare to see a drow out here.
Rollin, but my
Well,
friends call me Len.
Len.
Yep.
Fib. And you see that she kind of like trails around you all like in a circle, looking all of you over. It is possible to help you if you have something in return.
Hmm.
What are you looking for in return?
What can you offer?
Loads of the stale popcorn. You don't want that. Do you need potions of healing? Like,
Fib will reach on her belt and take a. It's like it takes up like it's like a very thin satchel that is just a little bit wider than the belt itself, and it has several pouches across it. And she will like flip up one of the like pouch lids and pinch out some salt. And then she'll flip up the rest of them and show that it has like a bunch of different spices and stuff.
So you too have a handy spice pouch.
Yeah, I do. And then she just like ticks them all closed and offers it to her.
Oh, that would be very interesting. Anything else? Len? And she looks at you with a wide smile.
Well, if you need anything to help you tell direction, he'll pull out a basically pockets a watch size implement, and it's a compass.
A
It also is
compass.
a orb of direction.
Hmm. Possible. Maybe that another compliment.
Mm. Let's see if we get on friendlier terms after this.
Oh,
How do you feel
I
about
will
fireflies?
Fireflies. I'm not sure what they are.
Lucy takes out the clockwork glowfly box, and it's not harmful, but it's pretty. And she'll just take it out and let them do their thing.
Not believe your
Oh.
eyes.
It's a million fireflies? Well, that's very beautiful, Miss Lucy.
I also have an item that allows you to see the stars whenever you need to, if that's how you prefer to navigate, rather than a navigation orb.
Hmm. We can navigate without the stars. With the stars at night, we are very well adept with that. Hmm. I will take your spices and your fireflies. And you want to get to the edge of the desert, is that it?
Yes.
That would be correct, yes.
That is possible. Let's see. How long are you willing to wait?
We need to go as soon as possible.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Hmm, I could get a little traveling group together for you all.
All right.
Hmm, interesting. Well, follow me. And she'll start just slithering back into the tree line. Try to keep up.
Follow after.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Um, you follow her, and um she doesn't go in a straight line. She takes purposeful paths. Some are a little bit harder to take it with two legs. But she helps you through any rocks or branches or fallen trees. Easily just picking one of you up and putting you over. She's large and in charge. So as you get there, you don't burst because you're not running. You break through the tree line and you see a very small but well established almost village of people. Very nice constructed they're not really huts, they have a bit more of a um shape to them. They have these beautiful coloring on them. Nothing bright, but to blend into the jungle and the scenery. And you see a mix of people. You see people like her that are half serpentine, half humanoid. You see people that are um they look humanoid, but you see that they have aspects of serpentine patterning or their eyes. You see some that are like her but reversed. They have a humanoid body but a serpentine head. Um, and this reminds you a little bit of that Yuan Ti that you came across that attacked you. Um, and she brings you in, and you see as you walk in with her, there's a lot of people like looking, and they seem to be hushing whispers around you.
Well, what do we do? Be nice. Carry on.
You wait until I get my people together.
Sounds good.
Yes,
How long is it going to take for you to get your people together?
not too long. Would you happen to have any more materials on you? We don't care much for money,
Hmm.
so we trade.
I
What?
could provide a medical service for those of
Mm,
you who are sick.
that would be helpful.
Quid pro quo. If it's not too much of a faux pas, I'd actually like some of your venom.
Oh, you haven't even taken me on a date first.
Maybe when we're out on this expedition, I can hunt you some dinner.
Mm, I think it'd be me hunting you some dinner. But venom would be possible. How about this? I'll take what you give me. And she holds up the box and the spice pouch. It would take me about an hour or so to gather enough people and the materials to get you through the desert. We have been through the desert before when we're in need of certain things. We know the path. If you can help our healer, and within that hour, all debts will be paid.
I mean, sounds like a fair deal.
All right. The magical hut is over there. And she points to a longer house much larger than the other ones here. And then she's like, "I'll be in that one." And she points to a much more ornate house. "I'll meet you back here within the hour. Yes?
Rollins already gone.
Bye." And she'll slither back out into her hut, her house. Rollin, as you walk in, you see that there aren't many people here, but there are some that do have. It ranges from either allergies or wounds, like work wounds, to some people that are really sick. Um, and you do see a woman there who has um she's quite short, about 5'3", 5'4", compared to Navarra. And she has a headband on, very nice. This is actually colorful, and her hair goes is twist what seems to be twisted into thick locks, but you realize it's snakes. She's dressed appropriately where she can breathe. But when you go near, you do smell like some sort of like aloe vera concoction or something to repel bugs on her. It's not bad. It's just a little bit medicinal. Um, and she looks to you in surprise.
Navarra sent me to help.
Ah, she's always bringing strange people in here. So, what can you do? Straight to the point. Let's get to business.
Straight to business. He's going to clap his hands and channel divinity so that he can use his what is it called? Balm of Peace,
Palm of peace.
using all of his movement to just basically stand next to some people and heal them up 2d6 plus 1. 7 points of HP to whoever's injured. So that's like should be enough for minor work-related injuries. I'll blow a couple lesser restorations for anything that's poisoned, paralyzed, deafened, blinded.
Yep. Okay. You do that, and you see the woman that has is the one that takes care of the medical ward. She just stands and looks at you as you work. Well, good thing you're not here forever, as you'll put me out of business.
Now, wherever there's people, ma'am, there are people who get sick and injured. I find that being a doctor is one of the businesses that'll never go away.
That is true. As long as there's people, there's need to be keeping up a good health. But explain to me what you did, and she'll kind of like take you over so you can kind of her request is for her to explain your magics and what you used.
I'll actually ask about the anatomy of their people so I can, on the road better take care of the traveling party.
Okay. She actually pulls out a book. It's very much akin to a medical book.
I will trade medical journals with her.
Yeah, she'll
spend
trade
an hour just reading and having a kumbaya circle in this tent.
She'll trade medical journals with you. And she's asking you questions about the different humanoids and creatures on your journals, and she happily answers yours. She's very happy. Her name is Jania. I'll put it in the chat. Oops. Um and she seems fairly young, but she is very much she's very well trained and very knowledgeable. So you can have that little uh back and forth. And is there anything else anyone wants to do or explore?
If there's like little Yanti kids, I'll just be like telling them stories using Soon as a prop to illustrate like scary monsters and little stick people to show like historical battles.
Yeah, there are a few small children. They're probably around 5 or 6. One of them's carrying their sibling, their baby, and you see them like gnawing on something, as if they are in fact teething, and those teeth need to go into something. But they're very entertained by your stories and by soon. And soon you have a small gaggle of children around you. Sorry, I was about to sneeze.
Fib watches this bemused.
Fib, you see a small little girl come. She's young, maybe 3 or 4, but she has the same anatomy as Navara. She has a serpentine bottom half, and a humanoid top half, but she also has snakes in her hair, mixed in with just regular hair, and she's just down there. She's just looking at you, Boo, with wide eyes.
Um, she will kneel down to be at her level, and bring Dot over, and like show her how to pet Dot.
You see that at first she's scared. She's never seen a goat before. But she just slowly starts petting Dot, and she's speaking to you in a language you don't understand. It's a much more his language. Um, but she's almost cooing at Dot.
Aw.
Yeah. But that happens, and within the hour, you do see Navarre come back out with a few other people. Two of them seem to be this half humanoid torso and legs with a serpentine like neck and face and head. Others have these they're almost completely humanoid except their arms are just a bunch of snakes. So that's interesting to see. But within the hour, she does come back out with what is almost like a sled that you would use for like in snow, but it is modified for sand, which it doesn't take a lot. Um, but she looks around and calls you all over. Are you all
Oh,
ready?
yeah.
Right. She takes out a pocket, um, and she takes out she goes to a pocket, takes out a vial, hands it to you, Rollin. Venom.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Maybe next time I can give it to you in a more personal way. She winks at you.
Look who's buying dinner for who now.
Hmm. Well, if you're all ready, it doesn't take too long to get out of the jungle. Maybe a few hours, maybe 2, 3. Are you all alright with that?
That's fine.
Here's what it
All
is.
right. All right. Then let's go. We'll go through the jungle first, and then we'll get on the sled. And she'll just start walking out. She says a few things to the people around her. Um, you see the children waving at you. Uh, Johnny gives you like 2 like cheek kisses. Rollins like, you come back now. I have much more information to give you.
Be my pleasure.
And Navarre with her group sets you out to the jungle. With their help, you don't need to make any checks. Um, so you're fine traveling there. They know what to look for, what not to look, what to avoid. And they'll explain to you as you go a little bit about the jungle, and the people that live there and the ruins. You see a few ruins as well. Um, but as you go through, after a few hours, it takes a little bit longer with you four in tow, so about 4 hours. But you start seeing where the jungle kind of stops, and there starts being this desert wasteland of sorts. And as far as the eye can see, is just sand, sand dunes, and sand dunes, and sand dunes, and sand dunes. But they'll set up the sand sled for you all, and um, uh, you see that she actually attaches it to herself and another companion that has about the same anatomy as her. Uh, and she just tells you, well, get on.
All right. Get on.
And as you do, make sure you have something to cover your eyes, so just close them really tightly. And she just starts going. And you see she starts at a slower speed, like a walking speed, but then they're able, you see that their bodies move quite quickly, and they're able to, like, if you've ever seen a snake charge, um, you see their bodies undulate and they keep walking. Um, while running. As we'll say, let's call break here. But before that, we do have to sing someone a little happy birthday. So let's roll a d3 because I already did it.
Jen will be 1, RJ is 2, not Fib. Wings is 3. I'm looking at our overlay, so I only have
It's Wings.
character names.
All right. Whoa. All right, we gotta get some high energy here. Are you ready? Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, hey, hey, hey. Happy birthday, hey, hey, hey. You're older now. You're 1 year older now. That's one more step towards death because you're 1 year older now.
Wow. I love that.
I love it.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Oh, thank you, Wings. Thank you, everyone. If you'd like to redeem a happy birthday with your channel points, we can have one after the break. So, you know what, chat? Hop in there, redeem some points, and you can force them to sing to me again.
Yeah.
Everyone say bye!
Bye.
And we're back. Welcome back,
Hi
everyone.
everyone, we're back. I just been terrorizing them with good-looking snaky people in the chat. First of all,
Speaking of which, chat, if anyone would like to redeem... Oh, never mind. Satan took care of it. Roll a
suck
D2.
it.
Jen is 1, RJ is 2.
Over D2 it is. Let's see.
I have Red Bull now.
2.
RJ.
Who was 2? RJ, sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we can party too. Hey!
I love it. Short, sweet, and to the point.
She said she liked it.
I'm sorry, this typically doesn't happen to me, but
The pressure. Anywho, speaking of things that are short, sweet, and to the point, nothing to do with that actually. You're traveling in the desert with this new what seems to be clan of snake people. You would know as anyone who has proficient in nature and history. You would know as Yuan T. And they have been kind enough. They seem to be charmed by your strangeness and the pay that you have given them. And they have helped you travel through the desert. As you pass through it, some of them kind of point out certain things, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you see that watering hole there? We don't go there. There's a."
Do we want to know why?
The light doesn't touch there.
I read that book too.
Mm.
I don't know. You can fuck around and see why. A lot of people have died there. It's quite hilarious. They keep moving. And then they point like out in the distance, and you see something similar. You see almost like a whale breaching water. You see this giant form come out. This long tube-like body. It looks like a worm, but a giant worm just comes out. You see that it doesn't really have a face. It's more of like an open mouth, like a leash. And then comes back diving down.
Mr. Silverhorn, have you ever read Dooms?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite novels growing up.
Points at the giant worm breaching the sand.
Maybe it will eat us.
One of those could swallow a whole team whole.
It's not going to eat us.
It might. They keep traveling. Eventually, throughout the night, you do. It does get colder throughout the night in the desert, but they do settle down. They don't really light fires, but you see that they have like a. It's different types of jewelry, but they have like a red gem in it. They're basically rings of warming, but in different types of jewelry.
Lucy will set up the tiny hut at night since they were interested, and she'll set it to a comfortable temperature for everyone, not just them, and keep them all safe in the hut.
I'll say you can fit all of them. It's fine. It's supposed to sit like 10 creatures comfortably, but it can fit more uncomfortably. Plus, a lot of people they are friendly enough where people can sleep around their curled tails should you wish. They're quite warm people. But they really like your tiny hut. Some of you see that they're spellcasters. They kind of like ask you kind of like your like questions about and how you cast it and all that.
I'm a warlock. I just get it handed to me and then I do it. Kind of like a gold digger, but with magic.
Yes, I was about to say like what is it, how do they say it in common?
Sugar
like
baby.
Sugar baby? Yeah, that one. Yeah. Nice. Nice. But you're able to talk and share stories in the tiny hut. Morning comes, and they keep traveling. Um, they keep traveling with you and show you different areas. It's funny because at first you only see that it is a lot of sand, but you see certain things that you would not have been able to see with people without the aid of people who knew the land. And you see bits and pieces of ruins. You see uh, what at first you think is just a giant stone, like curved stone structure, but as you keep seeing more of it, you realize it is a giant rib cage. And they keep traveling, and they pointed out to you, "Hey, that's a giant rib cage. We don't know where it's from, but hey."
The
Oh,
size of the xylophone sticks you need to play those.
Hmm.
could have a giant bard.
They're even giant for a giant.
You know, most bards think they're giant. They're really just average.
You know,
Oof.
Bar is always lying about their size. Navarre just like from the front. Uh, and you hear one of them is like, "It was one time," from the back. Um, but eventually you do make it through the day. And they push through the night. Um, and they say we're getting close to where I think you need to be. We're close to that end point. Uh, we have never really been there, but we see some of the bits sticking out from the sand.
Excellent.
Um, but as you travel throughout the night, you they settle. Uh, you see that they're breathing hard, but they point to you. Barely, you're barely able to see it against the dark night sky, but you see glistening in the night like a dark, almost onyx, twisted tower coming from the sand.
Hmm. Well, looks dark and ominous. Must be the place.
I figured. You look like the adventuring type, and this seems like something adventurers would do because most adventures I come across, through no offense, are pretty stupid, but
Hmm. That's fair. So, rest for the night and then go in the morning.
Sounds good. I When we have a moment, since we're looking for things, we'll talk about it later.
All
we could
right.
just walk away like 30 feet if you want to talk.
Please.
Okay, if you plan on trying to murder us, I don't suggest it, she says as she walks away.
I'll send Soon with you. He really likes you.
I can just set up the tiny hut.
I don't want to exclude them. They've been very nice to us, and they'd like to curl up at the time.
Right.
You're already excluding us by making us walk away.
What is it?
So the thing we're looking for in there, I can keep it. I can make something to keep it in, if that's okay. You can mage hand it, and then none of us have to touch it, look at it, or whatever it does.
I can just mage hand whatever it is into my bag of holding like I did with the last one.
Yes, true, but in case your bag of holding rips,
I think
be
it'll
on the
be
ground.
fine.
Unless it's some form of pointy thing that can tear a bag of holding from the inside.
I have plenty of knives in there. None of them have poked a hole in it yet.
Well, true. If it's pointy, it should be fine, but mixing it up with everything else in there. Do we really want to risk it? I mean, having it in one singular bag with itself, we won't mistake it for anything else.
I think it'll be fine.
Alright,
Maybe it'll come with its own box like the last one did.
perhaps. Well, if we need a lead line box, I can make it.
How long does it take to make?
Not too long. Just need a few hours, and I can do most of that tonight.
Well, prep a large box and we'll be good to go. Either way.
Large box for a tiny item.
Just rolling around in there.
I'm gonna reach out to Kat, see if she has any idea on what might be here. Actually, no, I'll use my patron. I don't have sending prepared. She'll touch her tattoo. Have you heard anything from Kat about what artifacts exactly are supposed to be where?
It takes a moment. I believe so, though I suggest you'd contact her personally.
I don't have sending prepared. And we're at the location. I'd rather not chew through a spell slot.
Alright, one moment. Like, about 5, 10, 15 minutes pass. And you get a message back. She's done some research and she believes it is the last known location of a sword.
Really?
Yes.
What does it look like?
I'm not sure. We don't really have a image or an eyewitness to work from.
Any of the sketched items that we have. Does it match up with any of those, possibly?
Let me look 1 second. I'm not in my office.
Thank you. Lucy's gonna walk away from the group a little bit. I had a dream about a sword. Can't really remember the context, but it seems a little weird.
Are you telling this to your patron? Okay. A dream? Well, it wouldn't be the first time one of you would have a prophetic dream.
Well, it's the first time for me.
Which
that
type?
Go ahead.
What did you get from the dream? What was it, dear?
Let me look at our notes on what she remembered. Just an image. Pointy, in a rock. Or near a rock. There were rocks around, I believe. I vaguely remember thinking that it might be a story about King Arthur that I heard when I was a kid. Annie liked to tell
darling,
it.
those stories are fake.
Well, I know they're fake. I can't tell my subconscious that. I didn't know what was going on.
Alright. Well, and you hear some rustling of paper. Sword, a sword. It seems I don't have any color details, but it seems to be the handle looks almost like it's curved, almost like I know this sounds strange, but almost like a cup, a glass. And the blade coming from it doesn't seem to be quite metal.
Does this match up with the image that Lucy has?
Yeah.
Well, ring-a-ding-ding. Ooh! Am I a prophet now? Am I special? Am I holy? Oh, I don't want to be holy. I don't like that.
Dear, I doubt it.
All right, very well. Well, at least I know what size box to have Anthony make.
Just be careful.
I know. Don't touch it. Don't do anything fun. Don't use it. In the box, back to court.
Exactly. No.
Good night.
Oh, well, good night.
Lucy will walk back.
Mhm.
Make a box big enough to fit a sword.
Short sword, long sword, great sword, broadsword.
Does Lucy remember what size sword?
Uh, from what you saw, it was about maybe a short sword, or maybe a long sword.
Hmm. I had a dream about it, but I can't quite remember.
Mm.
Maybe a little bit larger than my own sword. Here, use this as a template. She'll
Alright.
hand over her own sword for him to use.
Thanks.
Apparently, I'm having prophetic dreams now.
Congratulations.
I don't want it.
Ah,
Right, can we come back now?
Oh, yes, you can. Thank you.
Okay. They come back. We're going to stay here for the night, but I don't know if you all need to ride back.
No, we have our own ride back. Thank you, though.
All right. Well, after in the morning we'll be departing. We do have some business in the desert. But it was lovely to meet you. I mean, I guess I'll say that tomorrow when we actually leave. But
Oh, before you go, let me see your skins.
excuse me?
Your skins, where you hold your water.
All right. They'll put out their water skins.
He's going to take one cask, create water into it, and just start slowly pouring out 10 gallons between everyone.
Ooh. Helpful. Aren't you always prepared?
I mean, if you have time tonight, maybe you could show me something other than this skin.
Mm,
Eyebrow wiggle.
mm.
yes, in a desert where there's no cover.
Yes, where we're all sharing one tiny hut. Please entertain us, both of you.
Sand everywhere.
Uh,
I have a tent.
In almost a joking, playful way, I know how snakes copulate. I don't mind too much.
Dear, you have a lot to learn.
Teach me sometime, and he'll walk into the tiny hut.
So glad Fana introduced this all to me.
She's putting up her own tent. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
we're all just standing back watching this guy.
The tent's a bit farther away from the the tiny hut.
Well, if this is an open invitation.
Well, do I have to say it outright?
Apparently, with this one, you do.
As a medical practitioner, permission is like everything. Let's just flex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's just like she just pulls you into the tent.
Just a tail around his waist like a shepherd crook.
Yep.
Rowlin is grappled.
And
he's
restrained,
okay
and
with it.
poisoned, and then paralyzed, and then suddenly 7 levels of exhaustion. He's dead.
Well,
But that that fades to black. Are any of you doing anything else other than Anthony? You are creating the box, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Fib will stand over him and hand him things that he needs.
Okay. You can cut down the time if Fib's helping you. But throughout the night, you don't, with the amount of people you have, you don't really need to keep watch, as there's an easy rotation of things. But excuse me. The night passes in relative quietness. But the sun comes up, the cold air turns warm and then hot, as it is time for you all to leave the comfort of the tiny hut and go back out into the desert and towards the spire. In the morning, they all say their goodbyes. Um, and they tell you all that should you wish to come back to their town, you're more than welcome. Um, and that they wish you the best of luck. They know some people that have come this way and never come back.
That's going to be us.
The not coming back part, or
Yep.
I mean, I might come back one day. They seem nice enough.
I was actually thinking about setting up trade with them, so maybe.
Everyone
people
ready?
are-
Well rested?
for the most part.
Nice.
Goodbye, adventurers. Have a good time. Wish you the best of luck. Do come back and visit.
A very sly wink.
Yeah, she just smiles at you. And you see them set off. They're not exactly heading back the way they came. They're coming. They're going a little bit more west, since they do have some business here in the desert to do. But you're left in front of this spire that is coming out of the sand.
All right. Lucy cracks her knuckles. Ready?
As I'll ever be.
Excellent. This is the fun part. Hits herself with mage armor.
Yeah, yep, let's go deep diving into a cave jungle thing.
We're in the desert, Mr. Silverhorn. Do you have heat stroke? Do I have to...
I'm dying on the inside. Let's go.
Aren't we all?
He's always dying.
It's true.
It is, really.
So, you're heading towards the spire.
Yep.
Okay. As you walk towards it, it's about like a 30-minute walk. As you walk through the sand. Anyone who wishes can roll a perception check once you're there.
Alright. 23.
23. 15.
Lucy rolled a 15.
Okay. So, you make your way up to the spire, and you see that it is it's not polished. It is not expertly carved out. It is this onyx tower that has weird jagged angles to it, and would look almost painful if something of a smaller scale were to hit you. But as you walk up to it, you see that there is, other than a solid piece of onyx, it doesn't look like there's any entrance. But you, Anthony, do see that you do see that the mound that it is coming out of, once you go past it, you see that there's almost a slope down.
Do you want me to go first?
Fib will move out in front of Anthony.
Alright. I guess I'm not going first.
How steep is the
Just-
slope?
It's pretty steep. Almost I would say like a little bit less than a 90-degree angle.
I'll go last. Lucy will smack an immovable rod into the ground and tie a rope to it and throw the rope down.
Okay.
For stability.
Alright. Now, Fib, just don't get caught on any traps. I'll be right behind you. send some dancing lights down so she can see.
Okay.
All right.
It's daytime. You can
She will
see.
proceed cautiously, looking for traps.
Okay. So you're just climbing down. You go ahead and perceive. Make a perception.
15.
15. Um. It is sand. Other than the natural trap that is sand, there's no other traps. Other than giving you rash damage.
Hmm.
But yes. I'm trying to put. Here we go. Just put y'all in the. There. But as you walk down, not walk down. As you climb down, it takes you a bit, but you're able to see where this slope comes from. There is, some more of this onyx material coming through from that same slope. And as you go down and see it, you see that what you're looking at is the entrance, and there's a good chance that you were actually camping on top of this structure over the sand. Um, but in the entrance, you see spikes intercrossing to create this arch over the entrance. There is no um, pattern, there's no architecture. It is almost like naturally grown. And what are all y'all's passive perception?
15.
11.
11.
23.
With the 23, Anthony, you do catch a glimpse of a lighter colored stone, and you see that this onyx goes over it and covers it, almost like it grew on top of it and took over that stone.
We'll point it out as I follow Fib in. Weird. Stone doesn't grow like that, does it?
No, but something that's corrupting an area might.
Living stone.
Has everyone
So-
made it down the hill? Or just Fib?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you made it down the hill.
Fib
Lucy-
will reach out and poke it with her staff.
What if I could use this material to make robots?
Tap, tap.
Rollin
It's-
licks the stone.
It's solid.
No.
It's sand.
Is
Why?
it, is it stone or bone?
Why would you do that?
Well, that's the quickest way some paleontologists find out if what they actually have is a stone
It's
or
the
bone.
quickest way for paleontologists to get an ancient disease.
Or curse.
I have removed
Uh,
Curse ready. He's fine.
Is it
No.
porous?
It's not porous. It
It's
is
stone.
slick. Yeah, it is. You see the sun glistening off it, like, you know, when you crack open onyx, it has these real weird facets, like curved and jagged. It's like that. You get sand in there too.
I'm gonna tell Fanor you left a rock.
You should ask him about the time he asked me if this was bourbon or perfume. It was perfume.
Oh. You know, he did the same thing once when he was drunk.
Like master, like student.
I'm concerned.
You see that the entrance, there's no door, but it is dark inside.
Send my globules of light forward towards it.
Lucy will take out her Fayfly also.
You do that, and as you said in your globules of light, that's such a weird word. I don't know why.
Globules.
And your Fayfly, you see it pass through the darkness and get entirely swallowed by the darkness.
I love it.
Might be magical. Lucy will take out her wand of detect magic.
Yeah, it's a lot of magic.
Does the darkness appear to be magic?
It does.
It is magical.
Like disco light magical, or just like I'm gonna eat you magical?
It's magical.
It's magic.
Hmm.
Come on. Lucy walks ahead.
You walk ahead into the temple.
Mhm.
You walk ahead into the temple, and you all see Lucy get swallowed by this darkness. And Lucy, you are completely blinded for about a moment until you pass through, and you find yourself in a room that instantly. Oh, I don't have you guys here yet. Uh, where as you walk in, you see that you see braziers lighting up at the corner of each room. Um, are you all following her?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, I had your token there, but you can't see it. Let me- Um, as you go in, you see that this room is lit up by four braziers on each corner, and the braziers give these eerie glow to a beautifully painted fresco on each wall. Um, that almost tells a story. You see that by age and weathering, it is partly gone. And Anthony, with your passive, you can see that there is an underpainting as well.
I'll point it out. I'll say, underpainting, nice fresco, nice history.
As you look at it, you notice that the painting you see up top with the even more so with the eerie glow of the braziers underneath, it is a painting depicting humanoids, winged humanoids, winged creatures falling from the heavens. Um, and underneath it, overpainted, you see that it was quite the opposite painting underneath. One part you see a good 2 to 3 feet of that's been scraped off the painting to reveal underneath the underpainting, and it is instead of dark and stormy colors, you see much lighter golden colors of depicting the same beings but in a more glorious and uh worshipping way.
Hmm. Would anyone object to me casting light?
By all means.
Lucy will take out her short sword, and she's gonna actually cast it on the short sword. So she'll get 20 feet of. We'll get 20 feet of bright light and another 20 feet of dim light
Okay.
as we move through.
The room itself is lit with the braziers, but you can use it to look forward.
Mhm.
If you look up where you see that the ceiling, it's almost like stalactites of the same onyx material. And with your that's a lot.
Yeah, I put an aura on her,
Yeah.
so you can better
My
judge.
map is yeah, my map is not scaled properly here, so
Okay.
uh
I can take the further one out if that's more effective.
yeah, I would say yeah.
Okay.
It's just I made the map larger.
There you go.
But you're able to see, let me see. Uh
We'll do this 10, 20. Right. I reduced it.
okay. Trying to see if that is revealed to you, but Real Tony has me fucked up. You see the passageway that leads. The painting ends in this room. There's a passageway in front of you, as well as uh, one about a few feet into the passageway. There's another entrance to the left, and what seems to be two doors to the right.
Well, anyone want to pick a door?
Fib will step forward and put a hand on the first door and just kind of look at the rest of the group.
Would you like me to check it for a trap?
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
Okay. Lucy will look for a trap.
Sorry, I had to move the map. I apologize.
23. When you're ready.
What were you doing? I'm sorry.
Checking the door that Fib selected for a trap.
What door did you select? My bad. The map kind of like glitched out on me. And I'm trying to fix it. The first door to the right or the second?
The first one.
First.
The first
Okay.
one? Okay. Just gonna leave it here, whatever. I do not like the map. The first one to the right, you said. Okay,
Yes.
you check it for traps. Go ahead and roll.
I already did.
Jordan-
It's in.
Or,
Yeah, it's a
oh,
23.
23 investigation. Apologies for that. You see that it is a dark steel door. And weirdly enough, it doesn't have a handle. But you, with the 23, you don't see anything, any traps. You don't notice anything. It just seems to be a steel door.
Is it unlocked?
Are you trying to push it?
Yes.
With a metal creak, it just swings slightly like.
Okay. What do we see as we enter into the room?
As you enter into the room, you see a narrow passageway that leads to a stairway going down.
Stairway through this one. Do you want me to check the other doors?
Yeah, just to be sure.
Lucy, to save them some time, Lucy's gonna pull out her Wand of Secrets. And she'll use one of the charges to activate it. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges. If a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points at the one nearest you. The wand regains 1d3 expended charges, blah, blah, blah. So basically, it's just checking it all at once to see if the other two doors are trapped.
Okay. This door is not trapped, but it is locked, and this is just an open passageway.
Okay. Do you want me to unlock that one?
Yes.
Fib will check down that hallway.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me to.
It'll be a 24 to get my thieves' tools out and unlock that door.
With a natural wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you unlock it. It's not revealing for some reason. It's hiding instead. Here we go. But you do see a larger passageway that goes down. It is dark as well. There's no light in this passageway. You see that it goes down to a dead end, but there is a turn at the end. And you are able to see that this also leads into another room. And for Fib, you are able to see down this passageway, and you see that it leads into a room. It's not as dark as the other. You can see some bits of light coming through that room.
She'll look to the rest of the group. Which direction should we go?
Does that one appear just to be a room, or does it?
The one Fib's looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah, it appears to be an open space from what she can tell. There's nothing in particular. You might actually see some rocks that have fallen.
Okay.
Some
Lucy will
debris.
say to move in there just to check it out.
Okay.
She will do that.
You move in there and you see it is a longer room. You see that there is a lot of debris here. This would have been one of the front-facing rooms. With time, some of the walls have fallen down and covered part of it. Part of it's also has some of the sand has come in and settled into the room. But you see some old crates in it.
I'll search the crates.
Ow.
Can I assist and give her advantage?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and source the crates.
17.
17. As you look towards the crate, you find a few things. What was probably supplies, some old rations, and foods, as well as materials like stone, carving materials. So you could technically would have a carver's tool set, or what's it called? Uh, Stonesmiths,
Mason
tool set.
stools.
Mason's tool. There we go. Um, and throughout with a 20, you said 17, sorry, not 27. And the between the two of you, you're able to search this room quite well. And you do see a smaller box, half of it covered under sand and debris. It's a smooth, black, shiny box. It's square. It's about the size of a large hand. Maybe like 8 inches by 8 inches. That's larger than a large hand, but hey.
Viv
What is
will
large?
unearth it with her staff, pick it up, and hand it to Lucy.
You're muted.
Is Lucy able to open it?
Uh, there is a small lock on it.
Well, I can pick this now or pick this later. How curious are we?
Ron's gonna be standing guard outside the door, just keeping an eye out.
I can
Okay.
identify it later.
Alright. She'll just stick it in her bag.
Viv
Okay.
sort of shrugs, and she just kind of like looks down at all the detritus on the ground, and she says, "I wonder what sort of people lived here. You think anybody remembers them?"
Not fondly.
We remember them.
She looks kind of sad. Just moves on.
As you keep walking, you have the two passageways you could go into, and then the room over here.
Step into this room.
Okay.
Lucy will go with him to bring the light.
Bring the lights. No, I don't want to hide. I want to reveal, please. Thank you. As you walk into the room, you see two braziers light up instantly as you walk in. Um, and you see there is a large, heavy door at the end between these two braziers. It has a strange hypnotic pattern on it. It's not depicting anything specific. Um, it's almost a chaotic pattern. Like you think there might be something there, but the more you look at it, the less it makes sense. You see that in the middle there is a empty almost socket, a round circular socket.
Maybe we need to retrieve something to put in here. You read it.
We might already have it. Lucy's gonna take out that box and try and pick it. pick a lock on it.
Go ahead and roll.
That's an 11.
An 11. You try with your tools that they don't break, but it seems the lock is a lot smaller than what you're used to, so it doesn't give.
You want to try smashing it?
Yeah.
Hands over the box.
Just kind of look at the box with the lock and just kind of, pull it off.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a strength check.
Not 20 for 23.
Not 20. You. Okay. You rip it off. And you see a small spark of magic go off.
Well, shit.
Nothing happens.
That's fine. Put the lock away in my pocket. It's fine.
You can open it.
Open it slowly, away from my face, away from Lucy's face.
Okay. As you open it, it takes a bit. The hinges seem to be rusted, but you open the smooth black casing, slowly, and you hear the hinges. Nothing happens. You open it, and inside it, in like a nice dark red velvet cushion, you see a large disc with what seems to be a rune in the center. What languages do you speak?
Abyssal, Draconic, Halfling, and Orc.
You don't know what this rune is.
I don't know. I'll show it to Lucy.
Is
Call
it in-
Ryan.
Yeah, is it an Elvish or
Right.
Undercommon?
No.
Fib, Rylan, do you know what this is?
Take a peek.
Languages, please.
Celestial, Common, Elvish, Undercommon.
And Fib?
Common Elvish Orc.
No one understands what this is except Rollin. You recognize this as a celestial rune, but you also recognize that there is something different about it. It has been altered or changed in some way.
All right, everybody, back up.
What is it?
It's rune in Celestial, but it's a little wrong.
Wrong
Is
how?
there an approximation of a rune?
The rune itself, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
I'm guessing this is either some sort of 16.
16. You know that these dreams are they're not really a language, but they are for spellcasting purposes. You've seen it before in some of your studies. Should be accompanied by others, but from it you can tell it is meant to somewhat either open something, reveal something, that sort of magic,
Well, it's
like a key.
it's missing something. Another rune to go with it, but it should open up whatever needs to be opened up in here.
Does it appear to fit the circular hole?
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like more than one could fit in the hole?
Nope.
Well,
Maybe.
we could keep looking. We have the other two hallways. We can always come back.
Right.
True. Keep this in your lovely little bag of holding, and we'll circle back to this.
Lucy will take it, pull out a scarf to tie it shut now that the lock is broken, and then put it in her bag.
walking into that room, there is another passageway here.
Check the other ones or continue down this way?
Check the other ones first, just so we don't have to double back later.
Lead the
Yeah.
way.
Which one are you going through first?
Rowan's closest to this one.
This one? Okay. You go there and it's a dark, almost damp hallway that you walk into. It is solid, just sleek black walls. And you do notice that in the end, it goes and turns. It turns into another hallway.
You all right, Miss Lucy?
Hang on, I got it. Okay. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit mute and I almost hit end.
Ooh,
Oh no!
Someone could check that the stream is still up for me.
it's still up.
It's a lot.
Okay, great.
It just went to like the
Yeah.
the logo.
Carry on.
So you walk into this hallway to your right, and you see at the end there is another entrance of a much smaller hallway to the right of it that ends in a solid wall, and another turning point to the left.
Yeah, Rowan just runs a finger along the wall, kind of.
It's very
Rough.
smooth, almost like glass.
It's a bit damp in here. That's a bit weird for a desert.
So
You could
keep
lick
going.
the stone again.
I could.
I'll pay you 5 gold to the stone again.
Get, Mr. Silverhorn, I am not one of your frat boy college.
Can I try to stop him?
Sure.
Pay up,
Well,
old man.
Just hand over 5 gold.
It's
Slap-
very smooth and
Oh.
weirdly cold.
I'll slap the gold out of his hand and then bonk him on the head.
Ow.
Diseases. You're a doctor.
Which makes me the best equipped to deal with them.
You can push him along the hallway.
You keep going down the hallway. It is much wider this time. It's still dark, but as you're still running your hand along it, you feel that it starts turning from smooth to some sort of patterns, carving.
I think there's a relief here.
Can we see it with Lucy's light that's currently shining?
As you walk in, it starts slowly melting into, or transitioning into, a similar pattern that you saw on the door, like that same chaotic pattern.
Take out my notebook and write that down.
You keep going.
Mm-hmm.
It's another hallway. It turns into a thinner hallway that leads to stairs going down.
Do these appear to connect to the other set of stairs that line up with them?
As you look down, all you see is darkness.
Well, venture downward?
Onwards and downwards.
Or we can go back and do that other hallway. Or the other set of stairs.
Let's do these. We're already here.
Alright.
Okay. You start going down, and one by one, you'll start seeing each of you start getting swallowed by this darkness at the bottom of the staircase. But as you do, you keep walking, and it gets colder. Everyone, please roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
It's because he licks the wall, isn't it?
At disadvantage because you lift the wall. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Dirty 20 for Lucy.
13.
6.
Oh god.
Natural 1 for 2.
Oh no.
Team no
God.
save.
So everyone except Lucy. Lucy, you keep walking down, and you're still walking down the stairs, and you're pretty sure like 5-10 minutes have passed, and the longer you go down, the colder it gets, and you hear these whispers, but you can't really make out what they say. Everybody else, these whispers start resounding around you, almost echoing far away, but the deeper you go, the closer they get, until it turns into a cacophony of whispers, whose words I don't. Why do I have this music? I'm gonna put something scary. Um, but you you hear this cacophony of whispers start enveloping you one by one. Um, Anthony, you hear around you, uh, people, these disembodied voices that sound, they have a hiss to them, like venom in their words. As the more you listen to them, the more familiar they get. You hear the voices of your family, of your husband, the people that you care about, and they're all you hear them close by your ear, and you listen, and you hear your sister. Really, Anthony, you're quite the disappointment. I never thought he'd really get this far. Have you seen what he's done? Yeah, he keeps running away. Do you really think he's going? Does he really think he's going to be able to make it through this? He's done nothing worthwhile. Fib, you start hearing the voices of your long dead family, your mother, even Antony's voice. That one sounds closer than most, but you hear the disembodied voices start whispering. Um, yeah. Can you believe she's made it this far? Honestly, she should have stayed dead. I don't know why they brought her back. She can't even say the right words. Unfinished business, nothing she'll ever get to finish in her lifetime. Unrequited love, such a tragedy. Rollin, you hear similar voices, familiar voices of you hear Fëanor, you hear the voices of your colleagues, your family. Um and you can almost feel eyes judging you. It's like he keeps trying, but we all know he's never gonna do it. He can't even stay afloat without help from his little gadgets. Take those away, and what is he? Yeah. How long has he been working under Fëanor? He's never gonna get to the level he needs to. It's been 10 years, and he's just not going out in the world. I'm surprised he's lasted this long. And you all three of you hear the constant doubt, the constant mocking of yourselves as you keep walking and walking and walking. Lucy, you eventually get to solid ground. No more stairs. And as you keep walking, you almost trip over another stair that seems to go up. Do you take it?
She'll wait for the others.
The other. Here, let me click on this 1 second. Please. Let's see here. 1 second. Let me click the right thing. Okay. Roll. No, I rolled this time actually. You take. When it rolls. But anyway, you are accosted by these voices of self-doubt of your peers, family, and loved ones judging you, and you'll reduce your charisma score by 1.
Okay.
Lucy,
That's
you don't.
important for me.
Lucy, you save, so you do not have to reduce your score. But the rest of you, are you following?
Yep.
Yep.
The others seem to follow you, Lucy.
And the stairs upward are the only thing available, right?
Yep.
Good, you're all here. Upward and outward?
Those stairs sucked way more than they should have.
I mean, they were a bit dark.
I mean, in more ways than one. Heard things. Not good things. Not great things.
Alright.
You go up.
Yep. I hate
Okay.
those stairs. I hate stairs in general.
Quick question, DM. Are we
Yes.
using the Tasha optional rules for class features?
Yes, but we'd have to cover it first. We'll talk about it after this. But you take the stairs. And again, it feels like these stairs keep going on forever. Another 10, 15, 20 minutes. Your legs are feeling it. But you break through into a small passageway with a slightly ajar door.
Want
Going
me to
in.
go in first? Yeah. Do you want? Just point to one of the robots.
If you want.
Okay. Send Soon in first.
Send Soon in. She goes in. Oh, he goes in and just gives the thumbs up version of a beep.
Because he can do small sentences, he'll just say affirmative in somebody's voice. Scuttle back.
Does that little weird like lizard thing where they're like
Yeah.
on their legs.
Does that mean the
Pops up
coast
and
is
down.
clear?
Yeah, it's his way of saying it's good.
Excellent. Lucy will push the door open and head in.
You push it and it closes, and then you pull it and it opens. And you go in, and you're back out into the main hallway, right here. Seems it was just.
What even was the fucking point?
A glute workout, maybe? I don't know.
The stairs insulted me, I think. We all know I don't have a very good track record of being underground in any capacity.
That's going to make it very difficult for you to pass as a drow. We should work on that.
I just was claiming I was a surface drow.
Should we check the other passageway?
Yes.
Lucy will head for that other passage, checking for traps as she goes.
Just,
She rolled a 27 for her investigation.
okay. For your investigation, it is an open passageway. You don't see any traps except, or any. You don't see any traps. Smooth glass walls again, or glass-like walls. It does open up into another room, which I will reveal for you here. And you do see in it a red light coming from here hitting a crystal. Can you see that line?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
You see the room. It opens up into a rectangular room. The walls there are no longer solid, smooth, but they're back to the jagged, onyx, walls. You see that at the bottom of it, it transitions back down into that light, almost sandstone-like, stone that matches the floor in this room. And you see from the far south wall, there is a contraction that is emitting a sort of light beam into a crystal and makes the crystal glow. You see as well there is another crystal at the north side of the room, but it's not being hit by so you have the two crystals.
Fib's gonna go and look opposite from the unlit crystal and see if there is something there that will emit a beam.
It's just not. It's a solid wall.
Where is the light emitting from the other one?
Are you getting close to it? Because it is a bright light, so it's kind of like where you can't see the source because it's so bright.
Mm-hmm. Sure, she'll get close to it.
Um, you get close to it. You can feel a bit of like it's not heat, but you can feel like the magic from this beam. There seems to be a small circle in the stone in the wall where it's coming out of. The beam is about probably about palm size.
So, do you think that we're supposed to light the other crystal or both of them at once?
Maybe just the other one? Lucy's gonna take out a what does she have? She'll take out her water skin and just toss it into the line of that beam just to see if it busts anything or catches anything on fire.
You throw your water skin, and as it passes, you hear like a strange crackling noise. And when it falls, you do see that part of the water skin is broken, almost as if uh the leather of it is would be old, worn, and thin, and would have broken apart.
Right.
Huh.
Do we see this like little divot in the wall thing?
Yeah. Sorry, totally forgot. But yeah, you do see there's a solid slab of stone that is slightly different from the rest.
Do we see any other stone like that within the room?
Um, you can make an investigation check if you wish.
Sure.
Well,
It's a 12.
you do not. It's the only slightly off slab that you see. Uh, with your intelligence is like you can tell that this would open up as a door.
If we need a focus beam into this other crystal, he looks around for Stu, picks him up, and kind of tilts him on his side till the gem of brightness kind of falls out of him. A bunch of angry beeps follow after. We could use this.
Before you do that, though, Rollin will take a dagger and polish it up to a sheen. He'll try and, like, stick the dagger in the light and aim it at the door.
Would you like me to use Mage Hand?
Yeah, that'd be great, too.
He'll Mage Hand the dagger from him and try and direct the beam elsewhere.
Okay, you direct the beam with the dagger and the mage hand, and you can actually feel like a push of the force of the magic. And it's hard to turn because I believe mage hand does what, 5 pounds?
10, I
10
believe.
pounds.
10. So it's hard to turn, but you can. And as you turn it slightly, with resistance, you do see it move towards the door. But you see the gem just kind of shut down. And it hits the door. Nothing happens.
If she keeps going to hit the other gem, does anything happen?
You keep going to hit the other gem, and it lights up. Nothing happens.
So maybe it is both of them.
Should I put the gem of brightness back into my robot so he stops swearing at me?
Yes, it's not just light, it's something magical.
Alright. Let's stick the gem back in test item soon.
Are you just inspecting the door? Or are you inspecting anything else?
Did the beam leave any marks on the door?
You see it kind of like almost like two hot metals start glowing where it hits, like some sort of if fire were to hit metal, it would heat up and then go back down. It's the same effect, but it's weird because it's on an onyx, so it weirdly goes into like a darker gray and almost clear, and then comes back out.
Huh. Anybody have a heat metal?
I wish.
Nope.
Could try guiding bolting the gem. Light it up that way. I recommend we stand outside the room, though.
Sure.
Anthony, with your passive perception, I would say that you do notice that these gems, are familiar to you.
Just stand at the edge and peer at them.
They are red with black veining.
I'll turn to Lucy. I know I wouldn't bring him up again, but red with black veining crystals, remember? The old friend of ours, friend of mine, not a friend of yours.
Right.
We've seen these. We've seen these before.
That also happened with the infected crystals, right?
Yeah, and the red and crystals of the black
Mhm.
maiden were the same ones you saw in the cult members.
Mm-hmm.
I would say anyone that would like to can roll me an investigation check on the room in itself.
Lucy already rolled one, so it'll have to be someone else.
17. Okay. So as you with a 17, I would say you look around the room. You see the slab that's different, that's meant to be a door. And with your new night vision, seems you seem to be able to see a little better, and younger eyes. And you're able to see some almost like a pattern on the south wall opposite to the unlit gem. Here, one second. Uh, and they have a similar discoloring to uh the slab, but they're about maybe an inch across.
Hmm.
And there's another door or slab here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, sorry, that one you don't see. My bad.
Cool.
There's nothing there.
I'll point out the one I saw and say, it's something to do with that, I think. Connecting the two. Obviously, we have that down, but how? Go up and stand back against the wall and just kind of tap at it from the side.
You tap at one of these inches and you see a beam shoot out from the wall as the part of it comes out and creates the same circle. It is a blue beam. Um, and it crackles with lightning energy and it hits the crystal and it glows for a second and then goes down.
I didn't die, so
Well, that's good.
brownie
Fanner
points to
would.
me.
That's good. Fanner would have been pissed. Rollin might have lost his job if he died.
uh, so we know it's got a charge. Just don't tap it overly hard. I only brushed it and it got excited. um,
But there are different little things you can tap.
Oh. Huh.
maybe
Ronald will
he's
sidle up next to Anthony and he'll look it over. He'll tap a different one.
You tap a different one. And you see let's see.
One of these has got to be a red beam. Click, 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 click.
Like a kid in an elevator just
We've got a disco rave going on.
rainbow spray. You click let's see. I have notes. Uh and you see you see a red beam coming out. And as it does, you can feel it's almost a sickly energy. Almost like heat like happened with Fib. But it just kind of it's makes me feel like sick. But the red beam does shoot out.
Well done. None of us died.
Yeah, but now how are we
And
going to get towards the door?
this this door
Limbo.
opens right here.
I mean, we could go underneath it.
Can we?
How low can you go? Limbo.
They're about mid high. Like if you wanted to, you could crawl under them.
Okay.
Just crawl under it to go towards the door.
And you also see a. Well, why do it's a? I don't know why it's. I would like to reveal. Thank you.
I'll turn to Lucy and say, don't actually go pushing buttons like that. I mean, Rylan and I we're smart, but not exceptionally wise.
The
I'm just
reverse for
impressed
me.
you didn't. I'm just impressed you didn't lick them.
No amount of gold will make me lick a corrupted crystal.
So are you heading towards this entrance
Yep.
or this one?
Did
The
they?
one that opened.
Yeah. Did they both open?
They both
or?
opened, yeah.
Oh no! Choices. Onwards and upwards, I say. No, last time I chose, we got insulted by stairs. Somebody else choose.
I'll crawl underneath this beam and step over here.
Okay, you step. It is another smooth hallway.
Miss Lucy, if you wouldn't mind traps.
Lucy will take out her wand again. And she'll tap out another charge.
Okay. With that, it does, is it pulsates or?
The wand pulses and points at the trap nearest me.
Yeah, you feel it pulsate and it turns your hand, forward and downwards, to a, tile. This follows the same pattern as the sandstone, underneath the floor of this room and this hallway are that lighter color sandstone and not the onyx, that does have differentiating tiles, and it does motion to one.
She'll point it out. I can try and disarm it.
Good, I was about to step on it.
Don't do that.
Don't lick it.
17.
Is that plus my thieves' tools?
Yes.
Then 21.
21. You successfully disarm it. You're able to kind of jimmy the plate up a little bit and cut the trigger from underneath it. Settle it back down without triggering it.
She'll
Go
roll a regular investigation check to see if there's any more as they move ahead.
With 16 investigation, you don't see any triggering traps, but with a 16, you're able to tell what this trap connected to. You can tell that as you go down into the room, it is. I just want to reveal, please. I don't know why it's doing this. Anyway, it won't let me reveal for some reason. And you see that it is a dead end, but you see the last bit of the hallway has an edge to it, and roll me an intelligence check.
15?
15. With a 15, you know that if you press that tile, it's possible that that part of the tiling that has that edge to it, that encompasses where the pressure plate would slide down.
She'll point that out and then turn around and head back. It's a dead end, right?
Mm-hmm.
She'll point that out, explain it, and then turn around and head back the other way.
Oh, okay.
Army crawl back through the lasers.
Go north.
As you go north, if it actually lets me reveal. Okay, well. That's not what I want. You go north and you see another hallway that does open up into a larger hallway here. And two entrances, one here, and one door here.
Do you want to keep moving forward, or do you want me to check these doors for traps and open them?
Yes. Check for traps.
That's for the first door.
The first door is not trapped. It is much like the doors back in the entryway. It is a metal door, and there's no handle.
Okay, and she'll check the second door.
The second
It's
door. It is not a
25.
door. It is not a door, but it is a small passageway that leads directly to stairs and a door up there.
Alright.
Where to next?
Quietly open the closest door and peek in.
It's a hallway as you peek in, and there's another door at the end.
Always with these fucking hallways and these things.
Careful. Might be spiders.
Want me to check that one too?
Yes, please.
Do you want her to investigate the hallway or the door at the end?
I'd say with one roll you could do both.
Okay.
Should you want to.
17?
17. With a 17, you investigate the hallway at the door. The door is pretty similar to the first one you came through. Solid metal door, no handles. Doesn't seem trapped, but the hallway is the same onyx material. And again, it goes from from a smooth glass-like surface to melds into another chaotic pattern.
Would you like to go to this one?
Yeah, let's do that.
Lucy will push it open.
Okay.
You push it open, and you see almost branch line like railways that encompass this swirling staircase, the spiral staircase that leads both up and down.
Another staircase.
Great. Down we go, I guess.
Down we go.
You start walking down. Make me and would it be let's see, make me a intelligence check.
Even worse. 16.
16. You get a similar feeling to the other stairs you went down in. Not in the... It does not have the same effect. You do not need to... You don't hear whispers, but you get this almost same oppressing darkness as you keep walking down. And as you get down to the end of the stairs, there's one single door left at the bottom of these stairs. That's where we live off. Well, y'all made it to the temple.
Spooky.
We did. Let's run through our outros and talk about some charities.
Yeah. Hi, I'm gonna start with myself. I'm Satan. You can find me in a lot of places. You can look below if you want to, but I'm here to talk about a charity because we're a charity channel. We champion charities. I would like to talk about the Loveland Foundation. The Loveland Foundation, it is a foundation, a therapy fund, basically, that is given to Black women and girls. They have partnerships with Therapy for Black Girls, National Queer and Trans Therapists of Color Network, Talkspace, and Open Path Collective, that give the recipients of this fund access to a comprehensive list of mental health professionals across the country, and they provide high quality and culturally competent services for both Black women and girls. So every time you donate to this charity, you're donating for someone to get a free therapy session. That's me. Next, RJ.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ here on the channel. Today I'm championing the Black Visions Collective, which is a Black, trans, and queer-led organization that is committed to dismantling systems of oppression and violence. They are currently not taking any donations, but check out their page. They have a list of other sister sites that are currently accepting, and all of them have just an equal amount of purpose.
Thanks for that. And all the links to these charities will be in the chat, thanks to our lovely producer slash host. Next, we have Wings.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. Today I'm championing Special Effect. Special Effect is a charity that focuses on making video games accessible to people with physical disabilities. From modified joypads to eye control technology, Special Effect uses various methods to make games more inclusive so everyone gets to play.
Thank you for that. Next, Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I am championing the Bail Project. It is a project that focuses on combating mass incarceration by disrupting the money bail system, one person at a time. They restore the presumption of innocence, reunite families, and challenge a system that criminalizes race and poverty. They are on a mission to end the cash bail system and create a more just and equitable and humane pretrial system.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, our amazing host and producer, Sarah.
Hey y'all, I'm Sarah. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. Thanks for sticking around and hanging out. We've had a lot of fun today, and my channel donates now monthly to the Trevor Project. They provide crisis intervention and counseling in the LGBTQIA plus community, and it's much needed. And they focus on the youth that are in the what I have now decided that I am adopting as the alphabet mafia. I heard it on TikTok and I absolutely adore it. Several of us here are members of the alphabet mafia, and we love you all. We love our community. If you want to make any influence on this game via bits or subs, that money does go to charity. I take no financial income from this channel whatsoever when I'm playing this game or when I'm just here hanging out playing, Red Dead Redemption and hog-tying my friends and throwing them on a horse. We have a lot of fun here. Thank you for hanging out with us today. If you would like to follow any of us on social media, there is a link currently in the chat for that. And also, if you would like to come and hang out on our Discord, I can't type and talk at the same time. Twitch is doing some really weird things with the DMCA strikes, so whether or not my channel does stay on Twitch or moves to some other platform, that's the best way to stay informed and stay up to date with where we're at and where we're playing this game. We have no intention of moving it currently at this time, but if we do, our Discord will be the first place to know about it, as well as all of the other fun things that we do in the community. So y'all have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, eat something healthy, take your meds, drink some water, go tell someone you love them today, and we love you all. Bye.
Bye.